Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another Drafting with Numot. I'm Numot, and we're going to do another double Masters draft. I've done quite a few of these now, and the format is still pretty darn fun. Lots of sweet things you can do here. Definitely more artifact themed, as I've mentioned plenty of times before, but anyways, let's just jump right into it. And first pack, our rares are pretty bad, all things considered. Sword of the Meek is definitely a cute one, if you can get the Thopter Foundry combo, but without the Thopter Foundry, it's just a pretty medium equipment in the format. I think what I'm going to do is my most favorite thing to do in the format, which is to take Gelatinous Genesis and see if I can, once again, acquire Tron. I know it's a little bit redundant, or if I can recall correctly anyways, I've tried to draft Tron a lot, but this is just like the perfect setup. And I think Gelatinous Genesis is actually just the best card in the pack anyways, so taking Urza's Tower with that and kind of trying to see if that works is a very good thing to do. Like, Genesis is just amazing in this format. All colors have access to some form of ramp in addition to all the colorless ramp, so this card has just proven time and time and again that it's so powerful for me. So we'll take the Genesis, we'll take the Tower, and we'll see if we can do some nasty Tron things. Wow, got past a Noble Hierarch. And let's see, one rare is missing. Looks like they opened 4 rares, right? Because there's a foil rare here. And then they took maybe an uncommon? Okay, that's kind of crazy, but a really good pickup here for us, obviously. Not too much else to say. Abunus is a good card. Don't sleep on this card if you're ever going to go draft the format, as, like I've mentioned, all decks are going to have access to a ton of artifacts, and this having 5 toughness just is going to make it very hard for your opponents to deal with them. Another good card, Woodland Champion, but this is the easiest Noble Hierarch I've ever seen. Good start. And again, we don't always have to do Tron. Like, if I see a Tron piece next pack, I'm probably going to end up taking it. But otherwise, we just have plenty of other good potential options here. And yeah, another great pack here for us. Big fan of Dualcaster Mage. I'm not going to take it here, but I do think that card is, for the most part, underrated. Crop Rotation, if I'm doing Tron, is, of course, consideration. Valorous Stance is just solid removal. Crushing Vines, Aberration, Ichor Wellspring, Magnifying Glass, all solid pickups here. Given what I already have, going to be probably taking one of these green cards or one of these artifacts. Don't think Crop Rotation is the route you want to go this early. Even though, I would like to end up on Tron. The thing about Crushing Vines is it's really replaceable. Green has access to a ton of other good artifact removal, and so you can often end up getting Crushing Vines pretty late, so I don't think it's a high pickup here. I think I'm actually going to go with like the Magnifying Glass. I know this is a little bit strange, but I'm always happy to have at least one Magnifying Glass in my decks, and so I don't think it's bad to just take it early here. Okay, as we get some other good cards here. Best card here is probably the Sanctum Gargoyle. I can definitely just take the Crushing Vines now at this point if I want to, and I think that's a fine choice, but I do have to be cognizant of the fact that white could be open here. The thing is, what I found a lot of times is that people just don't take the white cards for some reason. And so you get like late Thraben Inspectors, late Sanctum Gargoyles, that type of thing, and that card is very, very good. Like, It's good enough to where I could probably just take the Sanctum Gargoyle here over the Crushing Vines and hedge if I wanted to. And I think I'm probably going to do that. Not really much else in the pack anyways, so fine pick by me. Ooh. And now we have kind of a decision point here, as Abrade is, I think, the best common in the format. And then Flickerwisp, just a very, very solid uncommon in white. Especially after taking a white card already that does have more temptation, but it's hard to say. Abrade is so, so good. It just does everything, right? Like, a plethora of artifacts for you to hit, and it also can just deal 3 damage to a random non-artifact creature, if you so choose. But after taking Sanctum Gargoyle, the Flickerwisp is pretty damn tempting, but I think this Abrade this late is more of a signal than Flickerwisp is, so let's take the Abrade here and be very, very happy about this late Conclave Naturalists. This is one of the cards I was talking about that can just, replace any of those artifact or removal spells. this is the one that you want. Like, it can win the game on its own, in addition to just giving some really, really good value. Obviously, Reclamation Sage is great as well, and it's cheaper, but 4/4 Naturalist is so, so good. Okay, not too much here for us. There's an Ancient Stirrings, which I'm going to go ahead and take. Only other consideration here for me is really like the Sift. I could end up in black-green as well, and Twisted Abomination is fine there, but we already know we want to be base green, and if I end up in Tron, then the Stirrings is going to have the highest upside. Not a bad pack so far. I'm really digging the start we have. The nice thing is, if I don't get the Tron pieces, like I mentioned before, the Genesis is just going to be good regardless, because we're going to have other ramp cards. I mean, we've already taken the Hierarch and the Magnifying Glass, but things like, let's say, Kozilek's Predator, Everflowing Chalice, etc., etc. Also big on the list. And now we got a Pyrite Spellbomb here. Okay. Two really solid pickups. Topple the Statue and Pyrite Spellbomb are both very nice. Again, I think because Abrade is a little bit better than Sanctum Gargoyle, I'd rather take the red card than the white card. And like I mentioned before, you know, we're not going to have a problem finding ways to deal with artifacts. So let's just take the cheap burn spell there. I don't mind having a Fierce Empath in my green decks for sure. You often end up with a lot of targets for them, whether it just be like the Elvish Aberrations, you know, the Forest Cycler. But if you're lucky enough to pick up, you know, something good like a Sundering Titan, Meteor Battlesphere, that type of thing, Fierce Empath does some work. Always happy to have one. And yeah, pretty late Lightning Axe. I'm not super keen on this as a removal spell, but it fits the bill in a pinch. This is not really a chatter deck, and Gremlins is fine, but we're not going to be the artifact deck. We're going to be more the anti-artifact deck, so take the Spellbomb there. And again, I'm not going to take the Crushing Vines here. Like I mentioned before, it's just there are so many other replaceable effects that you can find. And in fact, we might still get that other Crushing Vines on the wheel, so let's just take the Crop Rotation. Like I said, boom. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Okay, very good first pack. Love it. We are certainly locked into green, and then we have some good red removal spells, should we choose to. Obviously, if I open something like a Geth, you know, I could still say open to it. Wow, foil. Foil Maelstrom Nexus. It's kind of sweet, actually. Let me look up the price of that real quick. All right, looks like it's worth about 5 tickets. So don't think I'm going to bother. If it was worth like 10 or more, maybe I would. But this pack is really, really freaking stacked. We have 2 really good equipment, Sunforger and Hammer of Nazan. But then beyond that, we have Gelatinous Genesis, Abrade, Kozilek's Predator, and like the Cogwork Assembler. So really, really amazing pack here. Man, I'm having a hard time between these 3 cards. I think I'm definitely going to slam another Genesis. The question is, do I want the Predator or the Abrade? And this is close. These cards both serve very, very important roles. Because we already have so much good removal already, I think I'm actually going to go with the Predator here instead of the Abrade. But I think, in general, Abrade is a better card than Kozilek's Predator. But since we already have double Genesis, we really want that ramp. So let's take the Predator. And let's take the Genesis there. And get past second pack, where we have like a Veteran Explorer. And that's about it, really. I know a lot of people don't like this card, but when you have like double Genesis in your deck and you're playing for like the top end card game, I think this card is actually completely reasonable. There's nothing really else I'd want in this pack. Like Ichor Wellspring is not going to be amazing for us since we don't have any ways really in green or red to utilize the Wellspring. Like I don't want to play cards like Orcish Vandal, right? So I think I'm okay taking the Veteran Explorer. There's just not much else in this pack, like maybe a Tumble Magnet, but overall pretty lackluster. Okay, next pack we have an Expedition Map, we have a Core Tapper. We don't really have any of the payoff cards for Core Tapper to do anything right now. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to pick up a Tumble Magnet, but ideally you're like upticking a Chalice or a Culling Deus. Something like that. But that being said, like the Expedition Map's not really doing much in my deck because I don't have the Tron pieces right now. I think it has the highest upside, so I'm going to go ahead and take it. But because this pack is just so weak anyways, I don't think I'm losing much by taking that. Another Lightning Axe. Yeah, again, something I don't really want. In fact, what I might do here is just take like Path to Exile and consider splashing that. But, I mean, I don't have to be locked into red by any means, and so just take the best card there. Okay, again, another pretty weak pack overall. We have like a Thraben Inspector, another Ancient Stirrings, which we don't need, another Crushing Vines, which you don't need. I guess I can just take the Automaton at this point. It'll be our first hit for the Fierce Empath, if nothing else. And even though it's not like a super crazy good card, at least it's something to do. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Inkwell Leviathan, Ulvenwald Mysteries. Pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and take the Mysteries here. It's not amazing in our deck right now, but it has the most potential. And the card is just good with like Magnifying Glass, so not a bad pickup at all. Let's move this Sanctum Gargoyle back out here as well. Still just very, very open though, right? Like a couple red cards, a couple white cards, but then green, 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 green machine. Cards I am not going to be running. Wow, it's a super late Naturalists. Cards I'm not going to be running unless we're Tron are like the Crop Rotation and the Ancient Stirring. So we will need to find some other pickups like this Naturalist, which was a godsend. Some more green stuff, which we don't care about. Okay, there was a card to to kind of pay off on the Core Tapper, but I'm happy to just take a Deathhood Cobra here. Again, another card that's not very amazing, but at least it can like hold off some early game beats, and it's fine with Ulvenwald Mysteries. Really nice that we wield the Elvish Aberration. That's our second hit for Fierce Empath and can fix your mana in a pinch. It's a late Sunforger for the record. Okay, last few pickups don't really matter here for the most part. Like I don't think we're playing Might of the Masses or anything like that. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. If I could replace this Accomplished Automaton with like Sphinx of the Guild Pact, that would be a huge upgrade. And then we could use some more Kozilek's Predators. Whisper of the Wild would be nice. Just more ways to make our Gelatinous Genesis real good. Not that it isn't already good, but even better. Let's put these over here, I guess. I mean, I could still run the Stirrings, even without Tron, but it gets a lot worse. So if we cut these four, we have 17 playables, which means, yeah, we're not going to need too many more in the last pack. What's the best green card I can open in pack 3? Is there a crazy green mythic that I could open? Probably, I can't think of it off the top of my head. Truthfully, the best thing that I might be able to open is like Urza's Mine and Urza's Power Plant. Wield another Lightning Axe. I don't usually care to play 2, so it's a consideration, but probably not. All right, and let's go to pack 3. See what we can get. With our double Naturalists, I probably don't need to run Crushing Vines, but okay, nice. Pack 3 gave us some definite goodies. I'm going to take the Kozilek's Predator here, and I think we might go with Mazavith. The card does some really good work, buys a ton of time, and it gives me a reason to run this Crop Rotation. So Predator easy. Secondary choice, Mazavith, Basalt Monolith, Cogwork Assembler, really. Like Master Splicer is great as well. But I think we just want the Maze. Kind of hard to pass that one up. Not a bad first pick. Double Predator means what? Something like the Woodland Champion that we saw earlier. If we can see another one of those, we would probably take it. Yeah, I'm digging this deck, though, for sure. Just need some more ways to ramp out Predator on, like, turn 3. We already have Hierarch, but we're looking for that Whisper of the Wilds. All right, another pretty solid pack here. I don't think we need to take the third Naturalists, given what we already have. Brimstone Volley versus Basalt Monolith. It's actually kind of tough because with double Genesis, having something like Basalt Monolith is really, really freaking good. But it's so hard to just pass up some removal. And Brimstone Volley with double Predator is pretty nice, right? You can sack one of your spawn and then Morbid gets turned on, deal 5 to something. So we'll just take the Brimstone Volley here. Wow. Is 3 Gelatinous Genesis too many Genesis? What a pack. I mean, Vengevine's playable. I don't think we want it, though. But we have Genesis number 3, Sphinx, Chalice. All cards that I would really, really like here. That's crazy. Oh, that's real crazy. Do I just take a 3rd Genesis? I mean, unless you're casting this for 7 or more, it's usually not going to do anything. I might just want more ways to ramp. I can't believe this, but I think I might take Everflowing Chalice here over Genesis. I think I have enough top end. I think I want the means to get there. Yeah, I'm going to take the Chalice. That feels so weird to me, though. But I think it's probably right. Ash Barrens is great. Always nice to have a way to fix your mana, in addition to just being a land. Another core tapper there, but Rapacious Dragon is going to be my pick over the Clear Shot. I don't need the Clear Shot. I have access to plenty of removal as it stands, and Rapacious Dragon is just a really nice card. Oh, man. 2nd Abrade, 3rd Naturalist, 3rd Pyrite. Man, our deck is just ticking. I'm going to take the Abrade. Bloodbriar. Bloodbriar works well with the Mysteries and the Double Predator, but I'm kind of digging like Cathartic Reunion or Peace Strider here. Reunion might not be bad to mitigate some flood, certainly. Actually, would I rather run Expedition Map? I think I'd rather run Expedition Map than Crop Rotation. Yeah, I'm just going to take Peace Strider. Thespian Stage. Now I wish I'd taken the Bloodbriar getting a 2nd Peace Strider. Okay, I mean, this deck, yeah, got there. Not Ash Barrens. Maze of Ith counts as a spell for these purposes. Probably can cut one of these Peace Striders. I'm debating whether or not I need the Crushing Vines or not. I probably don't, right? With double Abrade and double Naturalist, that's more than enough artifact removal, I would think. So we get some last few picks. We wield the Genesis. Might it even be correct to take the 2nd Aberration instead? No, it can't be. The Genesis are just so good. So good. That's absurd. I'm really glad I took that Chalice then. Yeah, not going to run any crop rotations. Again, I think the map is probably just better than crop rotation for Maze of Ith purposes. And yeah, this deck came together real nice. My worst card is probably the Automaton. And I wouldn't be surprised if I'm supposed to cut the Automaton and the Empath and just go like that instead. Reason being is I already have enough top end. Triple Genesis is plenty. I think we might try the deck out like this. Yeah, looks good to me. And remember, we count the Maze of Ith as a spell because it doesn't add any mana, so let's add Ash Barrens. 11-5 looks great. Let's do that. And yeah, I think this deck is amazing. Let's see if we can rattle off the wins here. Alrighty, here we are for round 1 of this Double Masters draft. Oh, we're on the draw with a pretty weak looking hand. Turn 3 Glass, turn 4 Conclave Naturalist, maybe? I think this is probably a risky keep on the draw, but I'm not going to go down to 6. That's probably not a good sign for us that our opponent has a turn 1 Thraben Inspector, though. Alright. Predator, not an awful draw. I guess our best draw is probably just like Everflowing Chalice for the turn 3 Predator. But if I don't draw something to do next turn, I mean, I guess it's not that bad since looks like they just played a clue here. Pyrite's not a terrible draw. I think we're going to probably hold on to that instead of just popping it off immediately, depending on what the opponent does next turn. Possible they don't even play a creature, and then we don't even need to worry about it. As we'll take another one, fall to 18. Chatter of the Squirrel, that's fine. Maybe just flashback. Alright, that's not that bad. Yeah, I don't think I need to pop it off yet, so let's just draw naturally. And then we can play Magnifying Glass here and still hold up Pyrite activation should we need to. Gotta have to be worried about something like Crusader of Odric or them playing like the Angel of the Dawn next turn. There's that Crusader of Odric, but that's fine. I mean, we have the Predator for multiple blockers. I'm gonna go ahead and pop off this Spell Bomb and just try to dig a little bit deeper. Maze of Ith or something would be amazing. No maze, but we did hit a pretty nice one. So we get to go turn 4 Predator. Next turn I'm going to have 8 mana, so I can make 3 3/3s with Gelatinous Genesis. Clear shot the Predator, sure. Okay. I think it's ideal probably to chump their Crusader and just take 3, go to 12. Ooh, I could wait a turn. I could play the Aberration first. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could make 3 3/3s this turn. Or if I wait a turn and they don't have a way to deal with the Aberration, I get to make, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I get to make 5 5/5s. Ah, dang it, they had a Council's Judgment. Okay, so it goes. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take a hit here for however much damage this is. 8. Well, no, I guess I can't do that, can I? And we have 7 mana, so we can make 3 tokens next turn. Alright, we'll jump through Crusader. We'll make 3 3/3s. Problem is here, we haven't drawn any of our removal. Man, if that opponent didn't have... If they didn't have Council's Judgment there, the game was basically just over. But we really need them to brick for a turn. Yeah, Blade's kind of bad for us. They can equip the Crusader and we just triple block it. I mean, if they don't have another spell in their hand, then we are going to stabilize. The Naturalist gets to kill the Blade next turn, so this isn't that bad. If they have one more removal spell as the last card in their hand, we're going to have a problem, though. Just attack. Okay. If they're just attacking with the Mage, that's good. I don't mind trading for one of my oozes. Looks like they're just going to give lifelink here. That's fine. Absolutely fine. We're just trying to stabilize. Remember, we have 2 more Genesis in the deck, so... Now we get to target for our Naturalists, and we've stabilized. That's fine. Just pumps up their Crusader by 1, but odds are they're probably just passing here, which means we either draw a spell and get to do something with it, or we get to activate the Magnifying Glass. This is interesting. I think I'm going to go ahead and wait. Sit back. This is a little bit risky if they top deck like Angel of the Dawn, but I think it's better to activate the Glass here and wait and see if they maybe play another artifact instead, or enchantment for that matter. Well, they did draw Angel of the Dawn. Okay. Yep, that's too bad. Let's go ahead and see if we draw like an Abrade or our Lightning Axe. There's a Genesis. Okay, so we just want to survive. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana next turn. So we just want to soak up as much damage as we can. So let's chump the 8/8. Eat the 2/3. We're going to take 5 here. And then I need to find an answer to the Angel. But we go to 4, which means they don't kill me next turn. With just the air. Perfect. I think I Abrade right now. I don't think I can afford to take that much damage, and I think we just make 3 more 3/3s, realistically. I think the only way I can lose is by not killing the Angel and then they top deck something else. And we can start bashing in as well. Okay, well, Rex Sage killing my Magnifying Glass is actually a huge deal. Now we're both just going to live off the top of the deck. And I can't even attack into their 5/5 now. Can you imagine if this Crusader of Odric... Oh no! Double Crusader! Okay. I'm going to need to find something. I'm probably just going to need to run out this Naturalist, or yeah, Naturalist next turn. No value, just as an extra blocker. Okay. They make a 1/1. They have 2 8/8s. Well, they are going very, very wide. Where's Mazavith when you need it, eh? Brimstone Volley. That's not bad. They know I have the mountain, so might as well play it out. Kind of a silly game. If we draw our last Genesis with 11 mana, we can make 5 5/5s, and at that point we can start attacking in with basically all of our creatures. We'd have to leave a few back, obviously, but they need to do some chumping, and when they do chumping, their Crusaders get smaller, so... Another land. Yeah, just sit back and pass. I imagine my top end is better than theirs, but... Uh-oh, what is this? 7 mana. Do they have a Genesis of their own? Oh, they might have a Genesis of their own for 4. Wow, what a draw. They do. Alright. Well, I'm going to need to draw my Genesis next turn, otherwise this is over. Because that is 2 12/12s. I think we just have to chump. Multi-blocking doesn't really accomplish enough. I'm not going to fire off the Brimstone. Rapacious Dragon's not going to do it. Alright, let's just scoop this up. Dang. Just a little bit too much pressure. If they didn't have that one Council's Judgment, we were very, very easily winning. Gross. I wonder if I need to bring in Lightning Axe for their Crusader of Odric before it gets too big. Man, Mazavith would have also been a huge contender there. Don't think we want the crop rotation. And now we know not to keep a slow hand versus them so much, although we did draw well initially. Yeah, I think I'm probably okay without the lightning axe. Let's just run it back and keep more of a interactive hand. Wow. See, this is the kind of hand we dread to have in our opener. We just have to mulligan this. We need early game plays like this. Much better. Go ahead and throw away one of these forests. Although now I do want to draw some Genesis. Predator's a good draw. Let's go ahead and attack for 1. And I'm going to go ahead and run out the Pyrite for mana efficiency's sake. If they just play something on 2, I'll probably kill it. Yeah, for sure. Ooh, Chalice was a good draw too. Let's go ahead and get a forest here. Chalice on 1. Attack for 1. Yeah, now we're just going to be looking for oozes, basically. Rexage again? Don't do it. 1/1 Crusader. That's fine for now. Noble Hierarch. Not bad. Okay. Predator. Mazavith, go. There's Inspector Gadget. And a Glint Sleeve Artisan. Alright, so that's going to make their Crusader a 4/4 if they make a token. But when I play Noble Hierarch, I'll be able to attack in for 4 because of the Exalted. And we can attack in with basically no fear since we have the Maze of Ith. I'm going to go ahead and sack a spawn, though, and play my Strider out. Okay, they're just going to sack their clue. That's fine by me. No plays. Well, this would be a good turn to draw what? A Braid or something? Oh, how about a Nolvenwald Mysteries? That's a good one, too. So we're going to play this pre-combat and then attack with the Peace Strider. We would rather trade off the Peace Strider than the Predator because there are more ways to deal with artifacts. And they are just going to Path to Exile. Okay. A little bit surprised there, but I'm fine with it for sure. Bloodbriar. Okay. That didn't seem particularly useful in their deck. Expedition map. Well, I guess we just play the map, sack it, and pass. I mean, I could attack with Veteran Explorer, but I don't know how badly I want to give them more lands right now. I mean, again, I guess I utilize it more, but since I don't have my Genesis in my hand, I'd rather wait for now, because I'm in no rush, and I think our top end is much better than theirs. Ooh, okay. Bloodspore Thrinax now, which is going to make any creatures they play after this a lot bigger, depending on how many creatures they sack. They're going to make their Crusaders smaller. Alright, looks like they're going to make it a 5/5, which also grows their Bloodbriar. But they only have one card left in their hand, so this is not that bad. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and attack in for 1 now, or 2 now. I don't know if they're going to block. They got to be scared of my... oh, okay. I was going to say they got to be scared of my double gelatinous Genesis that they saw, but apparently not. This is good for us because we make a clue and then we can draw a card immediately. That's not a Genesis. Alright, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 7 lands left in my deck. Oh, don't tell me they actually have Genesis as the last card in their hand. Or whatever, they just drew it if not. That's absurd. Okay, I have 3 of them in my deck. So, I would love to draw a Genesis here. And I think to increase my likelihood of drawing it, I actually chump with the Predator. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess I don't need it. With 12, I would be able to make 5 5/5s. So I could technically double chump here if I wanted to. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to double chump then. And just maze the Crusader. I just want to maximize my odds of drawing a Genesis next turn, which I do very, very well by. Okay, that's a good draw too. We can kill the Bloodsport Thrynax with that. Nice, perfect. And just like that, I think we're back in action. All right. Because we have very good multi-blocks. Oh, is this Angel of Dawn too? Man! All right, I thought my draws were good, but opponents are quite good as well, it would appear. Okay, so double block, chump, 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 and then fog. On the surface, these are really bad attacks for them if they don't have a trick here. Because I'm trading a 5/5 for a 7/7 with 2 of these blocks, and then their Crusader is just growing smaller, yeah. That was good for us. Alright, and now let's do it again, ladies and gentlemen. I drew hot fire there. What did they draw? 6 mana? Sure, whatever. 4 or 5 doesn't matter. Okay, Dragon's a good draw. Oh yeah. Maze of Ith doing work. Kind of sad that I have 8 5/5s and I don't actually have a great attack though, but I'm very close. Because only 3 of them need to get in to kill them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, they're just dead on board now, so we make an all-out attack next turn. And the Crusader of Odric will die. They have to chump with their 4/5. Yeah. Excellent shape. Crazy game. All right. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. All out attack. Priority is yours. If they have a clear shot, it's a little bit awkward, right? They can aberration and eat one, but I mean, I would get a clue. I would still have Maze of Ith, so not too shabby. We got very lucky there to draw 2 Genesis in a row, though. I mean, I guess I sacrificed a couple clues to draw them, but... Okay. I'm really thinking that I probably just needed a second axe now because they've also played that Bloodspore. I think I'm actually going to cut a Naturalist. They're just 5 mana 4/4s versus this opponent, whereas having Lightning Axe can really save my butt. Okay, here we are for the 3rd game of the first round of this Double Masters Drafto. We're playing versus a green-white aggro deck, and our opening hand is looking pretty darn good. Yeah, let's go ahead and cycle the Ash Barrens for a Forest here, turn 1, and then we can kill whatever they play on turn 2 with the Spell Bomb. Although that card I'm a little bit less interested in killing. But we'll see. It's just important to preserve life here. I'm going to go ahead and take a hit for 2 before deciding what I want to do. They might play a creature post-combat that I would rather kill. But I'm definitely going to be using the Pyrite Spellbomb end of turn, regardless. Bloodbriar. Okay. We'll go ahead and kill that, and then we're just going to Brimstone Volley the Bloodbriar right now. Play around pump spells and whatnot. Keep the board clear for our top-end cards. Whisper of the Wilds and Equip. That would be great. Perfect. It's a fine line by me. Peace Strider into Dragon into, hopefully, Gelatinous Genesis, as is the usual case. I do want to get this Mysteries down before they can, like, wreck Sage, but I'd rather just curve out with Dragon next turn. Another land is not ideal. I'm going to go ahead and make an attack in. I don't expect them to block. But we're going to need to find something to do next turn. Yeah, clear shot, attack for 4. And they can also add 2 mana now with the Whisper because it's a 4-power creature if they have something. Looks like they don't, though. Oh man, I'm going to have a lot of mana here, that's for sure. Genesis would be so good. Genesis would like win the game next turn, pretty much. I might not want to attack with the Peace Strider there and instead leave up the double block for the Crusader. Oh, but they get to kill my Mysteries. Darn it. Alright. Well, now we're playing defense. Come on, everybody think Genesis. We have 3 in the deck. Genesis. Genesis. Let's see, Genesis would be for 4 next turn. Alright, take it. They might move the Blade over to the Sage now. Yeah, makes sense. That is not a Genesis. Well, I think it's actually correct to attack in here. Because if they're offering the trade, I'm going to take it. It shrinks their Crusader, which means if they move the Blade over, their Whisper doesn't add 2 mana. And I have nothing going on with that land draw, whereas we know the opponent has nothing but spells in their hand. Yeah, Angel as always. I think we do chump here. Preserve our life total now that they have a flyer. Cobra. That's not terrible. Cobra's great for Angel blocks. I guess at this point I'm going to Cobra and pass. Really need to find a Genesis, man. We flooded out pretty bad here, didn't we? I kept a two-lander. Kept a two-lander, so we've drawn 6 lands. Oof. Yeah, there's Council's Judgment for Cobra. Looks like they're just going to try to kill me quickly as possible. Alright, so they're going to attack with the Crusader here, it looks like. Oh, they have a Path of Exile as well, looks like. Oh man, I wish I could punish this play, like block the Crusader and then kill the Angel. Alright, well, jump once more with a Spawn. Okay. And I need to draw Genesis. Not quite what I needed to draw. Darn. It's too bad. I mean, I wonder if I was not supposed to use the Pyrite Spellbomb on the token. Maybe that was better. We might just be dead next turn in the air. Okay, so they would need to play 2 creatures out next turn to kill me. Looks like it might not matter though. Man. If one of these lands was a Mazavith, we'd be so happy. Gonna assume we're dead here. Oh yeah, this looks like Ooze and then attack with Angel. GG's. Ugh. That sucks losing round 1 with a really good deck, but it's the way the cookie crumbles sometime. Yep, GG. Let's go to round 2. Okay, here we are for round 2. After losing an unfortunate round 1. On the play here with a really nice looking hand. Got plenty of mana, plenty of ways to get mana. And yeah, Gelatinous Genesis. Opponent leads on Island, okay. I think we're just going to Cobra here instead of popping off the map. I might even want to wait on Chalice until I can pop it off on 2 as well. But depending on how many lands we draw, we might just want to go map for Mazavith. Okay, that's interesting. So I think because we drew Naturalists here, now the game plan is actually to go ahead and Chalice on 2, since the opponent played a Fiend. So we can go Chalice on 1 here. Then we can either use the map or cycle the Aberration, and then Naturalist away one of their artifacts next turn. It's just so brutal when you... yeah, how about Cranial Plating? It's just so brutal when you Naturalists early and kill one of the cards from the artifact deck. So I think I'm actually going to cycle the Aberration. Given that they have Plating, it's probably better just to go grab Mazavith here. So I'm going to blow up the Glaze Fiend instead. Oh, well. Guess that makes that a little bit easier. Yeah, now we can just kill their creatures. Don't even need to worry about the Fiend. Such a big tempo blow. This is the deck where our naturalists and we have to, what, 2 abrades? They're really going to shine. Like, you can just imagine opponent playing another artifact creature here or something. Though they played an Executioner's Capsule instead, so, I mean, I can just blow up the Executioner's Capsule if I want to. That's not crazy. Looks like they're just going to take the hit. And yeah, I think we're just going to blow up the capsule. Next turn, we can go grab Mazavith with Expedition Map, or we can just play Rapacious Dragon. Like, this is going to be very hard for them to come back from. Iron Bully, okay. Wow, are they going to try to get aggro here? I guess they're going to try to kill me next turn. Equip the Cranial Plating attack for 6. Sweet, I like it. Alright, let's smash in. I imagine a chump is in our future. And then we're just going to play it doubly safe. We're going to Rapacious Dragon and then use the treasure to sack the map and go get Mazavith. Oh, or they might just concede to the flyer that they can't deal with. Alright, this is a matchup where we actually want more artifact destruction, so the Crushing Vines is going to come in here. And looks like Mysteries can probably come out as it's a little bit too slow versus them. I'm not going to bring in Axe number 2, though. But now our deck's going to be filled with removal. Ooh, man. 7 mana hand? I am so greedy. I'm going to keep this. If I was on the play, I would mulligan, but being on the draw, I'm going to keep a little bit of a loose one. A little bit, quote-unquote, he says. And lead with Noble Hierarch here in case we draw, like, our Magnifying Glass or something next turn. Sure, plating's fine. Alright, and we drew an Expedition Map. It's a good hit. Now we can go ahead and play the map. I tapped the wrong mana for that because I'm very stupid. Whoops. Playing too fast. I should have played the Veteran Explorer with the green, Expedition Map with the red, and then attacked for 1 with the Noble Hierarch. Clearly. But obviously Magic is a game of speed. Whoever plays their cards quickest wins the game. Everybody knows this. We can attack for 2 here. The only issue with Cranial Plating is that once they have 2 black, they can swap it to another creature, which kind of negates the Mazavith. Let's Chalice on 2. And then we can pop the map at end of turn. Already played a land for the turn, so I can't get the Mazavith and then immediately play it. Alright, no artifacts before attacking, so... excuse me. They might not have any more artifacts to play here. And they don't even know about our Mazavith since they conceded last time, so... Nice draw. Let's play for the long game. Let's just attack for 2. And the next turn we'll probably fire off Genesis for 3. I would have probably played a Forest here if playing the Forest allowed me to play the Genesis for 4 on the following turn, but it doesn't. Although at this point I'm guessing they have a Rebuke or something in their hand. I can't imagine they kept a hand without some number of more interactive plays than Strix and Plating. But we'll go for it anyways. Yep, as expected, no big deal. Like, they were always going to be able to hold that up with 1 blue mana anyways, because I would be untapping their Strix, and you can tap the plating for it, so... Sure, Corridor Monitor. See, this is now where we're going to have a problem, where they have 2 creatures, because now they can just swap the Cranial Plating over when they want to, if they attack. So I can maze the creature that has the plating on it initially, and then they swap it over and get in for some big damages. Aberration, a fine draw. Oh, they might have another counter. Nice, second Rebuke. That one I cannot pay for. Alright, so that makes sense. That's why they weren't doing anything the last few turns. They were just holding up double Rebuke. Yep, correctly attacking with their Corridor Monitor. I don't really think it's worth it to chump the Monitor with the Veteran Explorer just quite yet. Well, now that they immediately moved it over, there's some merit, but I think it's okay to take 4. The Veteran Explorer can attack next turn if we want to, and we still have a bit of life to work with. They clearly don't have another artifact to play this turn, otherwise they just messed up. Although, that being said, I guess I don't want to attack since I drew another land. I guess this time we will block and save 4 life. Okay, Iron Bully. That's also a problematic card because it has Menace. So we are looking for, I mean, any number of cards here would be amazing. We have 2 Conclave Naturalists, we have 2 Abrades, we have the Crushing Canopy or Crushing Vines, we have 2 more Gelatinous Genesis. Like, we have a lot of cards to, I'm not going to say win the game, but at least get us in a really good position. Like, even just killing the plating is good enough to buy me a ton of time. That is an unfortunate draw, as I now cannot kill the Strix. It might be worth it to kill the Iron Bully. As with Menace, it does become a problem, and it also, yeah. I guess I'm going to just kill the Bully with that. So I'm going to Mazavith the Strix, pop the Spell Bomb on the Bully, and take 4. We don't want to maze the creature with plating because they have so much extra mana. Like, if I maze the Monitor, they move the plating over the Strix, and then I take more damage. Alright, deck. You got one more draw step, buddy. If you would kindly not draw these cards continuously. Let's draw a Fatal Genesis, can we? That'd be nice. I'm going to take 5 here. I guess I might as well now chump with the Hierarch. Alright, I mean, needed it a while ago, but we'll take it. Killing the plating is good enough for now. And now, we're still going to take 2 from the Bully, but we can maze the Strix continuously, but the Corridor Monitor can't attack into the Naturalist. That's not very surprising. I haven't given them a target for the capsule yet, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were holding on to that. So we'll maze the Strix, take 3. Peace Starter buys some time, and it's a card that can block the Monitor. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. I kept a hand with 5 lands, Noble Hierarch, and an Expedition map, so can't really complain about these draws this time. Fairy hits Esperzoa. Yeah, that's a bad one for us. So now Genesis doesn't even win. Because I'm at 6 and they have... Oh, you know what? No, Genesis puts me to 1. Okay, that's not terrible. I guess I have to kill the Esperzoa now before they can bounce the fairy. I guess they would bounce the corridor monitor and try to kill me, though. Maybe it was better to do that. But so now I take 4. I go to 2. Yeah, we're still kind of dead here, aren't we? I think my out is drawing Conclave Naturalist now. Conclave Naturalist, blow up the Strix. I can double block the Bully. Ah, see, that doesn't do it. If I had 1 more life, this would be amazing right now. I'd be able to do it for, let's see, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'd get 6 6/6s. But that kills me exactly. Damn. Where was that? A long time ago, my friend. Okay, Streamer, don't flood. Or if you do flood, draw your Genesis. We'll be on the play this time. And, yeah, let's just not keep a hand with Hierarch and Mono Mana. See, again, this is one of these hands that I think is actually a keep. Remember, like, the Maze of Ith is basically a hardcore removal spell here. And a Braid, we know, is just amazing versus them. So I think this is an easy keep. Goes Lex Predator. Great draw there. Lets us go turn 2 Chalice into turn 3 Predator. If we're lucky, we can draw a Genesis in the next 2 draw steps and have a Genesis for 3 3/3s on turn 4. This is an amazing curve. Really couldn't have drawn it up better except for like turn 1 Noble Hierarch. Although if they just pass this turn, I guess we don't run into anything. We don't want to run into Rebuke, which we know they have 2 of. So instead, let's play Predator, of which we can pay the 3 mana for. Don't care if you do. That's fine. We get a 3/3. We get 2 1/1s back. That was fairly obvious that they had that, so didn't want to run our Genesis into it. Great draws here. And sure, I mean, if they just want to pass, I'm play the Maze of It this time, in case they have discard 2. But if they're not using their mana, then that's fine by me since we're so far ahead. Iron League Steed, sure. They're still holding up their other Rebuke, which I assume they have. But I don't really care. We can Abrade end of turn. If they want to Rebuke it, they have to tap out. If they tap out, we resolve Genesis and win. If they don't counter it, then they just have to 1/1 blocking our 2 3/3s. This is going to be a very easy game. All right, 1-1 now with, again, I think a deck that's amazing. So let's see if we can pull off at least the 2-1 here. All right, here we are for our 3rd and final round of this Double Masters draft with our Sick Nasty red-green ramp deck. I'm going to keep this hand even though it has no forests, as we have Maze of Ith and Brimstone Volley to help us stabilize. And if I draw a forest in the next 2 draw steps, then we just have turn 2 Chalice, turn 3 Predator, turn 4 hopefully Genesis for crazy good combos, crazy good curve. Hierarch, not great without a forest. How about we draw a forest next turn? That's not it. All right, Maze of Ith, pass. I mean, we'll have enough time, right? With Maze of Ith and no creatures on the opponent's board currently, there's not like a huge rush. It looks like they're playing a slower game as well. I wouldn't be surprised if this is like red-green ramp versus red-green ramp. Common hit there of Aberration. There's our forest. Beautiful. Let's play the Predator out. There goes. There's Aberration being cycled. And a Cobra, which we don't care about. Go ahead and slam in an attack. Ooh, for 4 even, since we drew an extra forest. And then play another Predator. Next turn we are going to have a huge Genesis. And the only thing that I think could feasibly wreck us here is like a rolling Earthquake for 3. Let's see, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we have 10 mana next turn. With a land, I get to make 5 5/5s. So let's hope we can fade the Earthquake this turn. 4/4? I accept. Map. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 4/4s. Yeah, I guess that's good enough. Might as well attack for 4 here first. Four 4/4s could still lose to them playing Earthquake, though, but gotta go for it. Next 2 turns, we just right-click attack all if they don't have the Earthquake. Clone a Shell. That is not a great card. Although they could have something spicy with that, of course. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with everything, and then whatever creature they block with Clone Shell, I just Maze of Ith so that we don't kill their Clone Shell. So attack with all. We might even be able to kill them this turn depending on how many creatures they block. Like if they just block 2 4/4s, then we will kill them here. Yeah, if they make this double block and then block the Empath. Now remember, what I can do if they did block like this is order all of the damage onto the Cobra to not kill their Clone Shell. But 4, 8, 11. That being said, we actually do want to kill their Clone Shell because we want to see what they get with it. Because now we just have lethal. And it was just a eager construct, so not relevant. Okay, Lightning Axe is probably okay versus them. Could cut one of my naturalists, although they did play a few artifacts. They played more artifacts than is common for red-green, but I don't think we need the Peace Strider, so we'll keep the naturalists, keep in all of our artifact removal, bring in Lightning Axe for red-green beaters. Like, Lightning Axing a Elvish Aberration always feels good. And go to game 2. Okay, here we are for game 2 of the 3rd and final round. On the draw, and I can't realistically keep this hand. 5, 6 drop. Let's go down to 6. Much better. Let's keep this, and they weren't super fast. I kind of want to pitch the Cobra here. Although Lightning Axe does get a lot worse when you are on a mulligan. Yeah, I guess I'm okay pitching the Axe and keeping the curve. Turn 2 Cobra, turn 3 maybe Cycle, turn 4 Predator, turn 5 Rapacious, hope for a Gelatinous Genesis. Easy peasy. I think I'm not going to cycle to... Okay, well, I was going to say, not going to cycle to increase my chances, but now I'm debating if I want to cycle the Ash Barrens right now before the Scry. And I guess we can go ahead and do that. That way I utilize the scry. If I see a land, I think I'm just going to keep it on top, given the hand that I have. Yeah, we'll probably want to do that too. That gives us something to do on turn 3. Only need to find a land in the next 2 draw steps, so keeping the volley on top shouldn't be that bad. Magnifying glass, sure. There's our land. I'm going to go ahead and offer the trade. I think that was an easy block for them, but I just want to keep the board clear. I mean, if they play Gore Clan Rampager here, I get a little bit punished, but it's not a huge deal since we have the Predator in hand with the volley. Let's see if they go get their Aberration again, or if they have something better to do. Brutaclad! Okay. Well, I'm glad I kept in both of my Naturalists. We might even want to bring in Crushing Vines because of how many artifacts they are actually running. Brutaclad with Magnifying Glass is pretty cute. It's very slow, but when you investigate, you make a token. And with that token, of course, you can do some funny stuff with Brutaclad. Black as well? What is going on? Alright, get a 2-1. I take 3. Ooh, that's a good draw. I'm going to cycle here. And then just kill the Brutaclad with Brimstone. Set up for Rapacious Dragon into Genesis is my hope. Another Empath. All right. Hopefully they're just getting their Aberration this time and they don't have another crazy good card. Oh, mama. Progenitor Mimic is pretty spicy. I might be giving them a Rapacious Dragon every turn here. We'll see if this is correct. They might be worried that I have another burn spell if I'm running out the dragon so willy-nilly, but we will see. Alright, I assume they're copying the dragon. Alright, ideally I draw a burn spell this turn. If I don't, then we're hoping that the Genesis just gets there. 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can make 4 4/4s. And I think I attack. They're not trading. And with 4 4/4s now, is I kind of want to just press the press the damages. I wonder if playing out the Rapacious was just wrong, though. It might have been. Oh god, what is this? Sundering Titan. That is a very strange card to be playing in a 4+ color deck. Alright, well if I can draw an Abrade or a Naturalist next turn to kill the Titan, I think we might be okay. That's not going to do it. Oh, I don't really have much of a choice, though. I think I got to swing. They're doing a lot of chumping over there. I'm okay with that. Alright, they're going to trade for one of the oozes. Eat the other, take 8. That's fine by me. So, we die in 2 turns at this point. They have access to infinite mana. Looks like they're just going to make a clue and sack it maybe immediately, since they have so many treasures. Yep, alright. I guess we'll still be okay if I draw a burn spell this turn for the Progenitor Mimic. And then into something. Manamorphose. Okay, cycle. Land, pass. Alright, so I'm going to go to 11, or sorry, 8 here from 11. If I drew Brimstone Volley, I'd be able to put them to 1. Mountain, though, ain't going to cut it. I think we needed that turn to draw something, so we'll scoop them up there. Alright. So Crushing Vines can kill a few more targets than I initially thought. But I mean, I have double Abrade and double Conclave Naturalists. I don't think we actually need it. I think the mistake that game might have been playing out the Rapacious Dragon. I mean, I guess they had Sundering Titan in their hand, but we didn't know that at the time. Wonder if this is a match where I actually don't want the Maze of Ith, where we are the aggressor, you know? Because their deck seems pretty slow, all things considered. Yeah, maybe I do that. Maybe I take out the Maze of Ith and run the Crushing Vines. I could see that being correct. And, yeah, let's go to Game 3 of the final round. Okay, here's Game 3 of the final round. We are on the play. Our hand is slow but acceptable. Oh, I guess the Expedition map is a lot worse when I ended up cutting my my Maze of Ith. Although I suppose I can go tutor for Ash Barrens. And then Ash Barrens cycle to thin out the deck of lands. But this hand's not that great. Turn 1 map of their own. Okay, well, I mean, better late than never, I suppose, on Noble Hierarch. No green. Eager Construct. Let's take our scry. Absolutely. Come on, Kozilek's Predator. Predator. We do no P. Do you like it? Is it a keep? Alright, here's the dream sequence. We draw Predator into Genesis. We go Predator, Aberration, Genesis, easy game. How hard can that be? I have 2 Predators and 3 Genesis in the deck. That's like 99% to draw that exact sequence. Alright, well, definitely bottoming a forest. And I guess we're going to pass here. We'll go ahead and Expedition map for Ash Barrens and then Ash Barrens for basic. I didn't see. How did they scry? They left something on top. I'm going to assume it's a forest. Although, maybe they just pop the map for forest. No, it's a mountain. Okay. I'd be a little bit sad if they killed my Hierarch here. Given that I didn't do anything with 4 mana, it would kind of make sense for them to do so. Look at that insane thinning. Hey, Predator, you're just a turn too late. Alright. I assume they're just going to be cracking their map here end of turn then. So let's play Predator. Let's attack for 1. Save the Naturalist for a better artifact target since, well, we know they have quite a few. Eager Construct. I am not too eager to destroy. 4/4, that's fine. We can attack our Predator into it and then play the Aberration. And once more, we are in the position of hopefully drawing one of my 4 Gelatinous Genesis, or sorry, one of my 3 Gelatinous Genesis. Interesting choice. Yeah, I was gonna say, what does double blocking serve? All right, we're gonna have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana. So Genesis off the top for 5 5/5s and GG. Manamorphose, sure. We saw black from them last game, although they're not floating any here. I think my highest priority target for Naturalist is their Magnifying Glass. From what we saw previously. Alright, Forest Cycle, yes. Play the glass. No, it's not a glass. Empath for Mimic. Yes, okay. Come on, Ooze! This is rough. Well, I guess I'm going to Naturalist the Eager Construct then, just to get on the board. And they can Progenitor Mimic my Aberration, if they have a land here. They don't. Alright, so we faded a turn. Come on, I need to draw something this turn to really punish. Nice! 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright. That is exactly what Daddy needed. How about a Genesis for 6, 6 6s? Is that good? Now they have to have like Cyclonic Rift. Or, I mean, once again, rolling Earthquake. Nice! Alright. Yeah, that was a really sweet deck. Like I said, I think it was 3-0 quality for sure. Oh no, I lost my name right on the top of the leaderboard. But did get killed by a really nice green-white deck in the first round. But 3 Gelatinous Genesis was so insane. If you guys were having any doubts about that card, I hope I quelled those doubts, because Genesis is, and I know I've said it before and I'll say it again, one of the best uncommons in the format. So splashable. All decks in this format have access to some kind of ramp, so you're just, like, you fire this off and you ask the opponent, do you have one of the answers? And if you don't, you often just win. But hopefully you guys like this look at Double Masters. There might be a few more weeks left of Double Masters before we swap over to something new. I know, I think it's called, what, Zendikar Rising is coming out in the near future. I don't remember the exact date, but still lots of fun drafts to do. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this look at another Double Masters draft, and we'll see you guys next time here on the Card Kingdom YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.